Hey guys, back today with another plant video, and as you might hear, it's very windy outside. There is like a literal windstorm going on right now, and it's kind of blizzarding, so if you hear some noises, I'm sorry, but it's just super windy. But anyway, I'm in my greenhouse today, and I just wanted to show you guys how to make these beautiful wall-mounted succulents. I'll take one down for you. They're mounted on driftwood, just with some moss and some string, and it's super easy, so let's get into the video. So I have all of these different pieces of wood, and I need to make 3 that look good together. This one's too skinny. I really want to use this one. Oops. Maybe small, medium, large. See. I think I want that one here, this one here. Yeah, I think that looks cool. So we'll start with the big one. All right, so to start, this is literally just driftwood. So I'm just gonna kind of make sure that there's not a ton of sand on here. And then I'm gonna depot my succulent. Doesn't have any crazy roots that I need to loosen up, so that's good. Gonna kind of take it apart a little bit in the soil. It's gonna be sitting flat on your wood, so if you can flatten up the roots a little bit, then that will be perfect. Yeah, that'll look good. So here I have just some regular potting soil. I could get it a little wetter, but pretty cold out here, so I don't really want to have like soaking wet hands, so this will do. So I'm going to take a little mound and just nicely put it right in the center of my driftwood. Succulents roots don't grow crazy fast, so you don't need like a crazy amount here. So I think that should be good. Gonna nestle him in there a little bit and mound the dirt around him. Okay, I think that's good for the soil. Next, you'll need some moss of your choice. I have some sphagnum moss here. Oh my gosh, that wind is crazy. And you're also gonna need some string. I'm gonna wait for the wind to pass. Okay, you're also gonna need some string. So I like this color because it kind of blends in with the moss over time and you can't really see it. So to start, I'm just gonna take some moss, and this really helps if it's wet. So this is a little moist. And you're just gonna nicely put it around your succulent. Look how pretty that looks. Then take your string, knot it around your succulent, and you want to make sure that your string is continuous, so you don't want to keep tying, cutting, knotting. It's much easier when it's continuous. So the trick here is to hold the string with one hand and hold your plant with the other hand. And when you need to turn it, I always like to hold my thumb on it and then turn it around. And basically just keep wrapping, wrapping, wrapping. And you always can add more moss as you go. So like right here, I see I need some. Basically, you just want to make sure that all of your soil is covered so that when you water it, a bunch of soil doesn't leak out everywhere. A bit more here. And my key advice for this is make it as tight as you can. You're not gonna suffocate the plants. You really, really need to make sure that it's really tight on there so that when you go to hang it up, it doesn't just all fall off. So if you think you're going too tight, then that's perfect. And once you think you're good, that's about it. Cut your string with a little slack. Then I like to turn it around and just tie it, honestly, just anywhere that it'll be sturdy. And there you have it, guys, a mounted succulent on a piece of driftwood. I'm gonna do the other two and then we'll be back. And there you have it, 3 beautiful succulent wall hangings. Real quick, I'll show you guys how to hang them up on the wall. You want to take these little hooks. Honestly, it's probably a lot easier if you do this before you put the succulent on, but we're already here, so honestly, you're just going to screw 2 in right across from each other on the back here. Usually driftwood is pretty soft, so this should be decently easy. And then I'm going to take a little piece of string, string it through both holes, tie them in a knot, and voila, you have something to hang them from. We're inside now because I want to show you guys how to water these. One thing that you can do is you could either fill up the sink or fill up a bucket and dunk it in there for a few minutes so that the soil on the inside really gets saturated, and then take it out and let it drip dry. But what I like to do is put it in the sink and just prop it up so that the soil is getting watered. And I'll usually just leave it like this for maybe 4 or 5 minutes until I really feel like the soil is nice and wet. And I do this once about every 2 weeks in the winter and once a week in the summer. And then once you feel like the soil is nice and saturated, I'll just prop it like this until all the water's dripped off, and then I'll go hang it back up.